Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Today we're revisiting the Ledn Bitcoin backed video opportunity that I mentioned here, the ultimate Bitcoin loan strategy. So I'm going to compare that to the Drip to BTC platform and go through kind of the pros and cons of both. So stay tuned. Feeling that meme coin FOMO kick in, like you missed out on Doge and SHIB and watching Trump soar to number 2? Don't miss your next shot at flipping the script. Flapjacks is more than a meme. It's deflationary, sticky, and community built with utility. Don't wait for FOMO to set in. Stack your gains now at flapjacks.xyz. All right, those of you who've been following my content for a while now know that I have graduated DeFi University in the scam Ponzi-nomic platforms and pretty much become, I'm not going to call it a Bitcoin maxi, but definitely more like a utility and altcoin blue chip maxi. I've done my fair share of gambling in the other projects and I got wrecked. So most of my holdings, like I'm doing the Raw Powell thesis, don't fuck this up, focusing on a solid amount in Bitcoin. So the goal at the end of this cycle is to have more Bitcoin than I started with. And I came across this platform. And again, big disclaimer, this is custodial. So that's a great place to start because they own your Bitcoin the same as this platform, the Drip to BTC. So it is custodial, meaning you do not own the keys. So of course, they're not on the same footing. This one is more decentralized and available to everyone. The Ledn one has to do a KYC, and they do a strong KYC because they are actually getting you a loan. They will most likely submit this for taxes, and they are locking people out from certain jurisdictions. So there's a lot more checks and balances in here. But both of these platforms, the goal is to help you get more Bitcoin. So what I'm going to use on this one, they have two options, the B2X and the Bitcoin backed. Bitcoin backed, I'll talk over this one real quickly, is you can basically get fiat and do other things with it. The B2X is to double your Bitcoin holdings. So I'm going to do that in this video and go through the process to show you. So what you're going to do in here basically is you will deposit whatever amount you want. I'm going to start with $2,500, 0.025 basically of Bitcoin, because that's about what I have on the Drip BTC platform. So this one will convert out and I'll have 0.025 at the end when all this converts together. And then this one, I'm going to start with 0.025, and by the time it's done, I'll have 0.05. So I'll walk through the process of how this works. It's actually pretty simple. In the last video, I showed you about getting registered. So I'm already registered and signed up. In the Ledn dashboard, you'll have a very simple menu. So in transactions, you have BTC transactions and ETH and USDC. And then in the loans, you have the B2X, which is one we'll be doing, and the BTC back. So what you first have to do, because for the B2X loan, you have to provide the Bitcoin collateral. So you're basically giving them a certain amount of Bitcoin, for example, 0.25, and then they will purchase another 0.025 for you. And you have 1 year to basically pay this back or pay off the loan. And then at the end of that, you will have the total amount of 0.05 allocated towards you. So the basic gamble or premise of this is that you're gambling that you will be able to, or Bitcoin will accrue value-wise more than the interest rate they're charging you, and that you will be able to pay the loan back within that time frame based on Bitcoin price appreciation or adding more Bitcoin, buying the dip, whatever the case may be. So let's go here and I'll do this transaction. I'll deposit. I'll have to pause the video because obviously they are using the back 21, back one, whatever that's called. I'm drawing a blank right now, back 32. So that should probably be about 60 to 90 minutes, maybe. So let's deposit this and I'll be right back. All right, just gonna check back in, put a timestamp on this. So I just submitted it from Binance and they charged a $4 fee, $3.86, something like that. So that's not bad. I don't know how long the process is gonna take. Binance bundles their Bitcoin transactions. So I will check back to see what the update on this is, what time that will actually be. All right, checking back in. I think it's been about 7 minutes, and looking over at the mempool, it was seen 5 minutes ago, and they say the ETA will be in about 9 minutes. Total fees they paid for this block is only $6, so not bad. Not a lot of congestion on the network. Sorry. So this should be finished relatively quickly. So I'll check back in about another 5 to 10 minutes and do the next step. All right, it's finally showing up on the Ledn side. It's not confirmed, but it has made it through the first, steps in the Bitcoin ledger. So we'll see. So I think it's in about 15 minutes in total, maybe 20, not sure. But it does also show here being populated, blockchain.com. First transaction on that wallet, and then all coming from the Binance wallet, the total transactions that they withdrew. So we'll check back in another couple minutes. Over here on the mempool, it's saying still ETA 9 minutes, even though it was first seen 12 minutes ago. So it doesn't seem like that updates at all too much. But the good news is it was seamless, and it's showing up on the activity side, which lets me know that everything is going as planned. All right, we are still pending, and I learned upon closer inspection that I cannot actually do the B2X loan. This is not allowed for residents, passport holders, however you want to specify that, bank accounts for the US and Canada. So I will have to do the original one that I stated, which is the B2, basically getting fiat. So that's what I wanted to do originally. I just figured the B2X would have been quicker. You just deposit Bitcoin and get 2X Bitcoin. But this gives me the opportunity to kind of do the leverage play I was talking about. So I will only be able to get half of this, 0.025. So I'll get basically $1,100, $1,200, call it that. And this requires your bank address, city, all this other stuff, SWIFT. So that's why they check all of the KYC stuff. And depending on the state that you're in, like this says, due to local regulations in Texas, we can only offer loans that are not for personal, family, or household purposes. So, which is interesting because all of these options they give you sound like personal, household. So expenses, more digital assets, traditional investment. I'm guessing one of these will have to work. So we'll even see if this goes through, because they already wouldn't let me register. So it says it's allowed from all countries except for Canada and the US, but then coming from my Cambodia IP address, it wouldn't let me access the site initially. So I used the US IP address VPN. And then of course I have a US passport. I guess I could have, since it wouldn't let me come from Cambodia, I could have tried to use my Cambodia ID. Maybe that's something I can look into as well, because there is a way to send internally, probably to another address here. So yeah, I have to try that later. But there's more red tape than I thought initially. So we'll have to check back when this is confirmed and then see how long the loan process takes. So that'll be fiat to my US bank account, and then from that US bank account back to Coinbase, and then from Coinbase back to the Drip BTC platform. Jesus. So who knows what I end up with when this is all said and done, but that's why I'm testing it out so you guys don't have to. All right, we have the first confirmation on the mempool side. So it still has not been confirmed on Ledn. So I would imagine they probably made for more than one confirmation, since they are a platform that allows you to leverage your Bitcoin. The last thing they want is kind of a double spin kind of thing that could happen if they loan out money that isn't completely confirmed on the blockchain. So this will probably be a two-part video, because the next process I'll have to do is going to be multiple steps, and that will definitely be over the period of some days, I would imagine. The deposit showing up in fiat, then transferring out of fiat back to Coinbase. So definitely a lot more steps, but I'll be interested to see how this shapes up, because before in this video, the way this works is that you have to pay down the loan to value ratio, either based off of the price appreciation or by adding more Bitcoin to the loan. So for me, it will be basically $1,179 in USD value equivalent. And I will be taking this, buying Bitcoin with it. So I'll have 0.01 and some change Bitcoin that I will deposit into Drip to BTC. Then remember, 90% of that will come back out, and I will send that to here, which will lower the LTV ratio. And when you get to 30%, they allow you to redeem the excess collateral. So I can kind of create this loop. Now, I don't know. Of course, I know, I can say this with certainty, that the Bitcoin price appreciation will offset any of these fees that I'm incurring. So the $4 initial transfer fee, then whatever the fee will be to get this to my bank. I don't know if that's free or not. It could be free. It might be. That'd be nice. And Coinbase, I forgot what their transaction fee is, but then again, transferring from Coinbase back to Drip to BTC, that could be another 10. So round tripping this could be like 20 some odd bucks, and definitely take about 3 to 5 days in total potentially. So this is not a quick fix kind of thing. And remember, this is now adding leverage and risk because you have 2 custodial platforms. Drip to BTC, well, actually 3 when you count Coinbase. That's custodial as well. So you're, again, not your keys, not your crypto, not your keys, not your coin. So in all of these, you don't own any of the tokens on those platforms. Now, I do believe in the safety of Binance and Coinbase. Both of these platforms survived the last shakeout in the last cycle, and now with more regulatory scrutiny, Binance has proof of reserves, and then Coinbase trying to be still in support with BlackRock, but they may lose that. I think they already did. I'm not sure, but I still believe they'll be safe with funds in the future. I would not leave a lot on Coinbase, but those are the only 2 that I can say that I quote unquote trust. So yeah, we'll end this here because I don't know how long this will take to finalize. And then in a second video, I'll show, hey, look at that, right when I was about to exit. So I'm going to do the withdrawal portion. I'll pause and put in the details for my bank. So I now have that confirmed. And then we'll see what the confirmation screen looks like for that. All right, went ahead and submitted that. So it says be processed within the next 24 hours. So the B2X loan, that one's like immediate, but it's kind of stupid that it's not allowed in the US and Canada. Maybe that'll change with the current administration and regulation. That would have been the quicker and less painful way because this involves more steps, but we will see how this shapes up. So I'll let you guys know. So I did pick the custodied option because the other one, I didn't want any rehypothecation. That is what blew up last time with Celsius and BlockFi and all that stuff. So whenever they're loaning out your collateral, like one, you already don't have it, and then they don't have it. So it's like risk on top of risk. So we'll see how this goes, how long it takes, and how long it takes to show up in my checking account. All right. That's all I got in this video. Smash that HBO special. Help brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.